6 wins in a row, 5 clean sheets in a row. Things really aren't going that badly, are they? This is the Arsenal v Newcastle match review. Hello, my name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel over and over again, the Positive Arsenal channel. In this video, I'm going to look back on last night's 3-0 victory over Newcastle United at the Emirates Stadium. I say a 6th game unbeaten and a 5th clean sheet in a row for Arsenal. Just before I get into all that, I want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel. So if you like what I do, or if you're new here and you like positive Arsenal content, please click on the subscribe button down in the corner there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well, give it a like. And if you've got any comments at all to make about last night, about the performance, or anything at all to do with Arsenal, please drop them in the comments box, because I do love to hear from you guys as well. So in terms of the team selection, there wasn't too many surprises really, was there? There was only 3 changes from the side that drew 0-0 at Crystal Palace, of course, last midweek. So we started with Leno in goal as expected. Cedric Suarez actually came in at right back in place of Hector Bellerin. David Luiz and Rob Holding were the 2 centre-backs, as they have been the last couple of games. And Kieran Tierney was back at left-back, which was, of course, great news. In midfield, Granit Xhaka, of course, gave a fantastic performance against Crystal Palace. He was partnered by Thomas Partey. Great to see him back in the starting lineup for the first time for a very long time indeed. And then the front 4 were basically the same as what we've been playing. So it was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on the left, it was Bukayo Saka on the right, Emile Smith-Rowe in the number 10 position, and Alexander Lacazette up front. So it was, as I say, a similar side that's been playing in recent games. Newcastle actually came with quite an attacking looking lineup, actually playing a 4-4-2 with Andy Carroll and Callum Wilson partnered up front. Unusual for them. Of course, in the FA Cup game, they played a 5-4-1 formation, didn't they? And actually gave us a tough game. So I was anticipating it to be a little bit more open in this game. But having seen the lineups, I was still confident that we could win this game. Yes, I mean, in the end, we got there, didn't we? 3 good goals in the second half, although you've got to say Newcastle were extremely poor, and it turned out to be probably our easiest home match of the season so far. The first half was fairly tight, actually, although Newcastle, I say, has played that 4-4-2 on paper. They didn't really put it in practice on the pitch at all. They were very defensive in their setup. They didn't really put us under any sort of pressure defensively. And again, it was like a typical game at the Emirates, really. It was a case of, can we break them down? In the end, in the first half, we had a few chances, didn't we? Obviously, there was one quite early on. It was a great move, actually. Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka combined, as they've done so many times in recent weeks. Bukayo Saka, I think it was a shot, actually. It was goalkeeper Cardala, hit his leg. It fell to the far post to Aubameyang. It was a very tight angle, but he had an open goal. And you'd imagine a confident Aubameyang would have stuck that away. But instead, he put it across the goal. He hit the far post and went out. And that kind of summed up Aubameyang's first half, actually. You can see he's lacking in confidence. He's not firing on all cylinders at all. He put an effort, a really tame shot actually with his left foot later on in the first half as well from a good position, and he fired one over the top as well. So he was getting chances, but he just didn't look as though he had that conviction to take them. So at half time it was 0-0. Typical first half performance from Arsenal, actually. We do seem very slow getting going in a lot of these games. It had all the hallmarks of the Crystal Palace game again, actually. But the second half, a combination of us stepping our game up and perhaps Newcastle just losing their way a little bit, to be honest. And then we managed to get the goal 5 minutes into the second half. It actually started from a Newcastle corner. We managed to clear the ball. It comes to Thomas Partey, the centre midfield. Fantastic ball it was, over the top into the left channel for Aubameyang. He ran at defender Emil Kraft and got it onto his left foot and then smashed it into the roof of the net. It was more of a relief than anything, I think, for Aubameyang as much as anything else. And of course, it did give us the crucial breakthrough. And these are the games, aren't they, where the first goal is so crucial. You know, if we'd managed to do this against Crystal Palace last week, we'd have gone on and won that game probably fairly comfortably. But this time we managed to get the goal, I say 5 minutes into the second half, and then it almost looked as though it was game over. Newcastle didn't have any fight in them at all, and we were able to comfortably see out of this game. The second goal was a good goal, actually. Again, it was Emile Smith-Rowe at the heart of it. Again, he got in down the left channel. He twisted and turned past Lascelles, pulled the ball back in towards the penalty spot, and there was Bukayo Saka to finish with his left foot, a good finish into the corner of the net. That's his 4th goal of the season, and actually his 3rd goal since Smith-Rowe's been in the side. And actually Smith-Rowe has had the assist for all 3 of them goals. They're really linking up well together, the Hale End boys. A really good goal that was as well. Again, you could question Newcastle's defending, but it was great play from Smith-Rowe. He got his head up and put a great ball across the box for his mate to score. So at 2-0, it was just really a matter of how many more goals that we would want to score. In the end, we did get one more. A slight little bit of fortune about it, perhaps. Again, it was a pretty good move. It was Cedric Suarez down the right-hand side. Looked like maybe he'd overrun the ball and it had gone over the goal line for a goal kick, but he pulled it back and Aubameyang had a simple tap in. VAR had a look at it. It was almost out, but it looked as though just a fraction of the ball was still on the line, and he got away with that one. And Aubameyang tucked home his 2nd goal of the game, the 1st game this season that he scored more than once in. He's still way off his normal target for this point in the season, isn't he? But he's now got 3 goals in the last 3 games, all of them against Newcastle, funnily enough. But let's hope it can be the start of a good run and he can go on, get back to sort of numbers we'd expect from him. In terms of the performances, I mean, I thought it was a decent performance in the end in the second half. I say Newcastle didn't give us any problems at all, really. It was a comfortable game, but we've still got to do the job. We've still got to get the goals, and we managed to do that. So there were 3 well-worked goals, well-taken goals, and hopefully this will give us a little bit more confidence following a couple of flat performances I felt against Newcastle in the Cup and then against Crystal Palace. So hopefully now this will get us back on track. Of course, we've got some big games coming up, haven't we? The FA Cup, of course, at the weekend, and some tough league games as well. We've still got to play catch up a little bit in the league, aren't we? At least we're now into the top half of the table. Things are looking a little bit brighter, aren't they? But there's still a lot of work to do. We've still got to keep this run going. But I say 6 games unbeaten, 5 of them have been victories, and I say 5 clean sheets in a row. That's a really good run now, really positive signs that we have turned the corner. In terms of a man of the match then, I mean, there was a few candidates again in this game. I thought there was a few good performances from Arsenal. We wasn't really tested defensively, so it enabled the fullbacks in particular to get forward quite a lot. I thought Cedric Suarez played well. He put in some good deliveries, and of course he did get an assist for the 3rd goal. Kieran Tierney was what he normally does, great performance from him as well. I don't think it's fair to mention too much about the 2 central defenders, Rob Holding and David Luiz. They played well, another clean sheet, but they wasn't tested at all. And I don't think Leno in goal had a save to make, did he? So they all did what was expected of them, but they was not tested. I thought the midfield was really strong, actually. I thought Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey, it looked as though they had a good partnership there. They complemented each other well. I thought Xhaka had another really good game. Got a lot of blocks in, a lot of tackles, won the ball back on a lot of occasions, and his passing was great as well. That little ball in between the centre back and the right back is great, isn't it? He did it a few times again last night to get Kieran Tierney into a bit of space, and that's working really well. So another good performance from him. I thought the front 4 again were pretty good. I mean, Aubameyang managed to get his goals in the end. He was poor in the first half, looked lacking in confidence, but then he got his 2 goals. We've got to be pleased with that. Lacazette, unfortunately, didn't really get much of a sniff, did he, in front of goal? I thought he worked hard. Wasn't really his night though, was it? And Bukayo Saka and Smith-Rowe, of course, what can you say about those 2 young lads? They're combining really well at the moment. Smith-Rowe's popping up in those pockets of space. He's got a little bit of quality. He gets his head up. He makes good final decisions most of the time. And Bukayo Saka, of course, another goal, another good performance. And it just goes to show, I think it's put into focus really how poor Pepe's been in that position where, Bukayo Saka came in. He's so much more direct. His delivery into the box is so much better. And he's now scoring goals as well. But for me, there can only be one man in the match, of course, and it's got to go to Thomas Partey. Fantastic to have him back in the starting lineup. You can see what a difference he's going to make to our midfield. He moves the ball quickly. Some of his passing last night was phenomenal. And he's really good in tight spaces as well. Really, really quality player. You can see exactly why we spent so long trying to get that deal done over the summer. And he's going to be a massive boost to us. If he can keep himself fit, I think he's going to transform our midfield. So for me, the man in the match in this game has to go to Thomas Partey. So yeah, it was a good performance overall. We got the job done. I say Newcastle were poor, and we can't really get too excited about how well we played. I think it was a combination of us playing well and Newcastle being really poor. But it was a good combination from our point of view. We got the 3 points, we got 3 goals, and we moved forward. There were some good performances, but as I say, individually we had some good performances. Smith Rowe really is coming into his own, isn't he? And Bukayo Saka has really blossomed as well, hasn't he? Playing on that right hand side. When he first played there earlier on, sort of last season, wasn't sure whether or not he could settle in and that could be his position. But this season, really, he's come into his own there, hasn't he? And he's showing the more experienced players the way to go. It was good to see Martinelli get on as well towards the end, back to fitness again. He didn't get much opportunity to have much impact in this game, but the fact he's fit again is a good sign. In fact, all our injuries now appear to be over, don't they? Gabriel was on the bench again. He's back fit. He's going to struggle to get in the side, isn't he, with the amount of clean sheets that we've been keeping. But he's had a great season so far, so it's good to have him back. And of course, Martinelli now, Thomas Partey, things are looking up. And let's hope that we can keep this run going. It's a good run, isn't it? The performances haven't always been great. There's been a few poorer performances, but we're not losing. We're picking up points. We've progressed in the FA Cup. So far, 2021 has been a good year for Arsenal up till now. So let's hope that we can build on this momentum, keep it going for the weekend, get through in the FA Cup, and then keep our season alive. So Saturday, that's my review of last night's game against Newcastle. Another good 3 points for Arsenal. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel by clicking in the box in the corner there. Give this video a like, a thumbs up as well, and please drop your comments in the box as well what your thoughts were on last night, on the team lineup, on the performance. What did you make of Thomas Partey as well? I thought he was fantastic and really good to have him back in the team. There's going to be lots more coming up on the channel over the next few days, building up towards the FA Cup game. Of course, we need to find out who our opponents are going to be before I can preview that game. It's more likely to be Southampton, let's be honest, but you never know. Cup shocks happen. Maybe Shrewsbury can produce a shock, and I might have to preview a game against them instead, which would be nice. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, that game is coming up later on this week, so as soon as the results into that, I'll do a preview of that game, and I will try to get a fan on of whichever club we're playing, maybe for Friday, to do the usual show, the preview show, and then I will do a live watch along of the FA Cup game at the weekend as well, before we head back into another busy week next week. So lots coming up on the channel. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for your support of the channel. I've had some great feedback lately and some new subscribers as well, so I hope you're enjoying the content. So stay tuned, lots more coming up. And of course, in the meantime, as always, as we head into an FA Cup weekend, come on you Gunners!